you for tuning in. My name is Rwango Morioki. I am a social media manager, content creator, and digital marketer. And welcome to the first episode of the series, Financial Wellness. Yes, so today I'm joined by Justin, and I'll allow her introduce herself and tell us a little bit of what she does. I'll also point out that I've done a series, the HR series, and it is up on my Facebook. You can go watch it. It's still on my timeline at Rwango Morioki KE. So we tackled everything from CVs to interviews to work ethics, boundaries, and relationships. So it will be good for you. So welcome to the first episode in the Financial Wellness, and we will be tackling budgeting.
Hi, so my name is Justine and I'm glad to join you guys. Professionally, I'm a financial engineer. That's what I studied in my undergraduate. I have been an accountant for slightly over 2 years doing accounting and financial analysis. So I'm excited to talk about financial health, financial wellness, and let's get into it.
Okay, so my first question will be, how important is it to budget?
So first of all, generally being financial healthy is very key for everyone. For example, you don't want to be in a place where you're having a lot of debts, where you're living beyond your means. It is very important to actually live within your means. So this is where budgeting comes in. You have to find a balance between your income and your expenses. For me, I have one specific rule, which is 50-30-20 rule.
Okay.
Hereby, I know maybe you have a regular income, let's say 30,000.
Yeah.
So within this 30,000, 50% is supposed to be for what you need.
Yeah.
50% for need, 30% is for your wants, and 20% is for your saving. So for anyone, for any level of income, that is always a rule to observe. So 50% would go for either your rent, transport, day-to-day needs, food. Then 20% your wants. Sometimes you want to go clubbing, you want to have fancy clothes, you want to go to dinner, but these are not really important. But then now they are part of your life, so those should just take 20%. I mean 30%. That is, so the other 20% would for your savings. If you are a student before, for instance, you need to use the 20% to pay up your loans. If you're buying a car, the 20% should be for your saving and for your loans.
Okay, so my other question would be, what makes a good budget?
A good budget would just have a proper column. I would say if you're not a tech savvy person, just take a pen and a paper.
Okay.
Write your sources of income. It could be your employment, it could be your side hustle, it could be your family contributing to your income. And I want to be specific that a credit card is not a source of income.
Okay.
it's a credit. So any form of credit is not a source of income. I'm talking about income that you're not going to pay for that in that case. So after writing a pen and a paper, what are your income sources, or rather, so just get what is your exact income and look at your expenses. Find out, track where you spend more, because at this economic time, honestly, if you're not planning, you can be surprised. So basically, just find an income and expenses. A good budget has a balance between needs, wants, and extras. And maybe for your rainy days, you would always save. Sometime in the month, maybe some things can happen, like gas can Asia and all that. So you need some savings, honestly. From all your sources of income, just make it 20%. Just be loyal to that.
To that 20%. Yeah, because I feel if you're maybe paying rent, that should be your highest priority. And then now maybe you can move to food and
And for me, if you love clubbing, for example, then you have to sacrifice. I can't say I can tell you not to club or not, but you can sacrifice. For example, if you are clubbing, then that means instead of eating meat every day, you would eat maybe beans, and then now you club on weekend. But just find a balance. Because it's very crucial.
Okay. And how frequently should when is the right time to write down your budget? Is it just before the income, when the income has come? Is it a month before the income? When would you say is the right time?
Actually, if you don't have a budget, you should start today and
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
Basically, I prefer having a budget just before income. There are those incomes you can speculate. For example,
Yeah.
if you have a salary, if your parents are giving you upkeep for a certain money,
Mhm.
then that you can budget for. For your side hustles, maybe you can
Yeah.
say it ranges between this and this.
Yeah.
So I would suggest for your consistent income, make that income count for things like rent, food, transportation, this day to day.
Yeah.
Then now for fun, you can use money for maybe from your side hustles and all that. But now make a basic budget with your consistent income.
Okay, just before the income.
Just before the income.
Even the phases we all go through, like in campus, we were given allowances, then we moved on to unpaid internships where your mom had to give you transport. Some, it was exactly, if your transport is 300, my God, so 300. Then we moved on to our first job was, okay, some are lucky that their first employment, they got good amount of money. Some of us, we don't even talk about it. It was, hey.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, then now you move to now a stable job with more money, your side hustles are coming through, and now you move out, then now you get a family and stuff like that. So how do you adjust? Now with Corona, well, it has taught us anything can happen
Anytime. Let me be honest on this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been through all these phases, and I feel like this is me. Like I feel like this is me. I completed my campus sometime late 2018. So until 2018, I was still a student, being given some stipend. But then I would advise anyone who is a student, usifunge mind yako. As long as you're in campus, you can just go out here, get extra incomes. Some people right now get a bit of, some people get into marketing, which is not even reserved to students or non-students. Some people do online writing, some people do whatever, ABCD. So for me, when I was a student, I used to make sure whatever my stipend was, I can budget within that. So my other side hustles, I used to do promotions, I used to, I know how to make hair, so you just do a bit of making hair. So whatever I used to get on extra income would go to savings, 80%. You know, when you're a student, you have a stipend, So moving from there, okay, you can make it 80% or at least 70%, because then rent is not your responsibility. Exactly. Then after that comes to a phase where I'm looking for a job, I have no job. My parents don't stay in Nairobi, first of all, so I just have to, survive. So that time, when my first internship was paying 5,000, basically 5,000 in Nairobi is not a good amount. So while I was in that internship, what I did is I asked my parents to pay my rent. Then now for the expenses, COEs, shopping and all that, I was now using up my savings. My savings. Then 3 months later, I was very aggressive, got my first job. So now after my first job, I was, rent is on you, shopping, you need to club, you need to dress well. There's a lot of
when you start earning, your parents are like,
you're
old enough, like handle your business. I'm not stepping in.
Exactly. So I was stressed at first. My parents are not in Nairobi. I have to fit into social life. Mark you, when you finish campus, your friend will get a KPMG. Your friend will get a Deloitte. Your friend will, it's never going to be like an equality thing. But what I have learned, understand your journey as an individual. Understand that I, as an individual, I'm going to live on my own. You as an individual will live with your parents. So what's important in budgeting, it's understanding your journey. Never feel bad about where you are, because if you're aggressive, then step by step you'll keep building up. So just budget within your means. Even if you're going to earn 20,000, just make sure unapata hiyo nyumba yako ya 7,000, you do your shopping yako ya 3,000, wacha ikutoshe. Don't be usikuwe na tamaa mingi. So just work within your means, and any money you can budget from 10,000 to 100,000 to 200,000, because the key is, even if you don't know how to budget for that 20,000, ukipewa 100,000 you can't budget. So
interesting. And what are the tips you share for ensuring you try sticking to your budget?
So when that money comes to your bank account, so when you're saving, you have goals, or when you're budgeting. So you know your rent is this amount, this is this amount. So the moment the money enters the account, start with savings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 20%. Send it. So assume now you're working with 80%.
Yeah.
80% at your disposal. Then pay rent. Also, one thing, honestly, don't let your rent be more than 30%
Of your income.
30% of your take home, I mean net income. So yeah, so make sure you've paid rent, you've paid your savings. Your savings, take it as a liability. So just pay your savings, then have rent. Then after that, now you can start some things like shopping. You can do shopping this month, then next month you don't do. Now that's where I know you can find a balance. If you want a new pair of shoes, look for a month where you're not going to do shopping, buy a new pair of shoes.
You find for how long have you been budgeting for? Like you said, when you're in campus.
Yeah, I have been budgeting since I think fourth year. That's where I got you're scared. Oh, my peers, some of my friends have started the job market. They are complaining ukunjeni kugumu. Then I looked at others who really took a long internship period. Others didn't get jobs. So I thought, and then when I had a lot of disposable income, why not save? Yeah, so I really, just decided and started saving. It's been on and on till Corona started. Of course, the financial bit, but I have been quite disciplined.
But what would you say was your main struggle? Is your main struggle when it comes to budgeting?
When it comes to budgeting, I love fashion. I would just going online and seeing, Jumia is maybe selling something on discount, and I think I want that.
Yeah.
So for me, it's shopping. Now, road trips, maybe a fixed deposit account.
Yeah.
Then ukija umeka hiyo 20% huwezi iguza.
Okay.
So what happens is, for me, after I have put that money in this account, ideally you can't KCB, because KCB is not so accessible from my place.
Yeah.
So I have to withdraw over the counter. So I'm like,
it's a long
who's
process.
going to the over the counter? But if I'm maybe using my Equity account on the phone, I'm like, I have this money, let me just transfer But wakati nimeka the other place, I have no visibility for this money, so it's not even existing in my head that it's available. Yeah, so in that case, maybe you'd even hustle harder to get another extra income so you can go to your food.
Yeah, it's me, food. That is what messes me budget till date. Alright, so that was all I had in terms of budgeting. And if you have any further questions, you can ask in the comment section. Also, I'd like to say, give us a review per se for how long you've been budgeting. What is your main challenge? How has Corona affected your budgeting per se? Like, has it changed your priorities? These are some of the things we'd like to know, so please engage us. And our next topic, our next episode will be on saving. So even that, just engage us. We like to know, we like to hear from you. And
guys, and discipline is key.
Yeah.
Discipline.
So like you had if you haven't started saving, you can start
right now with a savings account.
Yeah. So you can also follow me on Facebook at Wango Muriuki KE, on Instagram at Wango Muriuki KE, and let's engage. And yeah, I'd like to hear from you. Further questions will be addressed by Justin. You can share your handles and how people can reach you.
Okay, my Instagram is @thisisjess. My Facebook account is Justine Gesicho.
Okay, so thank you for watching, and have a lovely evening, day, morning, depends on what time you're watching it.
Bye guys.